that is what causes a separation. That is what causes the wedge. And I would feel silly to know that it was sugar that caused me to have a wedge between me and my spouse. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So even when we stopped the refined sugars and stuff like that, you know how I chose to look at our situation? I chose to look at it like, if we gonna be together for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
I want to be able to be satisfied and to be happy and to enjoy our moments together.
Yeah.
So if I'm not going to eat this particular way because I want my body to be a certain kind of way, by the time we get older, I want to be healthy. I want to be cognitively aware. I want to be active. I
Right.
want to be all these things with our grandchildren and take trips and
Exactly.
have fun and all this stuff. And how am I going to do that?
And let's be straight up, like who's really like thinking about that? Like are you thinking about what my life is gonna be like when I'm 60, when I'm 70,
I've
when
always
I
kind of
when
been
I'm
that
80? Or,
person.
or do people just have like a blind eye towards what life would be like? Because people want to eat whatever they want to eat right now, and they think that they're gonna be able that it's gonna sustain more than like because once you get to your 30s and your 40s, that timeline of being able to eat whatever you want has pretty
It's
much
about to
been moved.
expire.
You know what
It's
I'm
about
saying?
to expire.
And if you continue on at that point, you're not gonna live another 20 years eating a whole bunch of bullshit. You
But
know
the
what I'm
thing
saying? Like,
is
and
that
there are certain cases where people eat certain things and they're able to live long, but that's very rare.
it's
You
rare.
see way more people dying from eating garbage, and not even if you are alive. Like what's the quality of life if you in a fucking wheelchair, or if you somewhere like stuck, you know what I'm
And that's a
saying?
lot of
Or if
times
you
how
need
people think.
somebody to help you with everything, you know what I'm saying? Kill me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
said it's a
If I
wrap. It's
if I got if
over.
I got to sit and depend on other people, you know what I'm saying, for me to just live my day-to-day life,
That's what I'm saying.
you know?
If you know that there's something that's so simple as sugar, you know what I'm saying? Like, we say it's simple, but I know for a lot of you all, it may be difficult for you to not go grab that soda. It may be difficult for you not to go get the candy bars. It may be difficult for you not to go grab the chips or whatever else. But I'm telling you, if you really, really, really want to do it, you will do whatever it is that you really want to do. It's just you psyching yourself out in your mind to
Exactly.
think that I can't do this, but you really, really can. And I know we talked about how sugar is more addictive than cocaine, but we did not say that it was a habit that you could not drop.
Yeah.
And you looking at people.
And just if you haven't heard us say it before, because we did have to cut the recording. So there's a study done in 2007 at the University of
Bordeaux.
Bordeaux, University of Bordeaux. So this was basically intense sweetness surpasses cocaine reward. So what they did was they basically tested to see if sugar was more addictive than cocaine. So they took a certain number of rats, right? They split them up. It was half of them were already exposed to cocaine, the other half weren't exposed to cocaine at all. So they put water and cocaine together on one side, water and sugar together on the other side. Guess what the rats became addicted to? They became addicted to the sugar. They said, forget the cocaine, the sugar is way better. So the dopamine from the sweetness, the addiction, and everything was leading to the sugar
It
water.
surpassed
So
cocaine
that
for
tells you
sure.
that sugar has a control over your mind. It's something that you could possibly be addicted to. Most people are addicted to it and don't even realize it. So and this is let's talk about the American diet, right?
Okay.
Okay, so
Get your ones.
I'm sorry. Yeah, so if we're talking about the American diet, right? We talking about eating three meals a day. You know, think about your beverage. You got your coffee in the morning. You got juices during out the day. Your snacks sometimes. Now we talking about averages, right? The average American man eats 5 pounds of sugar a month.
I don't even know how that is possible.
Like
But
5 pounds. You're eating 5 keys of cocaine a
mm,
month. You know what I'm saying?
something that's worse than
Like
cocaine
if
a month.
somebody took 5 pounds of cocaine in 1 month, they will be dead. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's able to sniff 5 pounds of
Mm-mm,
cocaine,
mm-mm.
but the sugar, you're doing that every single month. That's average. That's just based off of 3 meals a day, including the beverages. That's 3 meals a day, including the beverages, and that's for 30 days. 30 days, the average man consumes 5 pounds of sugar. Like, look it up. Look it up if you don't believe me. You can do the research yourself.
And that's what we're big on. We're big on don't just only take our word for it, but go do the research for yourself. Because I don't know if you all may have seen the post that we put up on our Instagram page, but the post was showing how much 4.4 pounds of sugar looks inside of a bag. And I know it looked absolutely crazy because they said if you just drink one pop a day
Mhm.
for a whole month, that would bring you to 4.4 pounds of sugar. And you saying that the average man
Eats five
eats
pounds
5 pounds of
of sugar
sugar
a month.
a
And we know,
month.
and when they say the average man, they're averaging out the sizes, but they're not saying that there's more smaller guys or more bigger guys. The majority of America is obese. So if you consider that, people probably like 10 pounds of sugar. Like if you look at the grams of sugar that's in one drink, look at how much you drink of that drink every day. And if you don't know, you know they make sugar less sweet just so you have to put pounds and pounds of that so they can sell
Yep.
more and more of it. If y'all remember how we used to do the Kool-Aid back in the day,
Why?
like why in a picture this tall is the sugar up to here? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like that means like most of that drink is sugar and that's gone in a day.
And so,
If you live in a family like how I grew up in, that picture was gone in a day. You know what I'm saying? It
God,
wasn't gonna last. You might have had to make another picture.
oh my God.
Like for real. So if we're talking on those levels, then like we addicted to something.
And then we expect for, we're talking about the family system right now. So we expect for people in the family system to be able to consume sugar like that and not have erratic behavior,
Mm,
not be irritable, not be upset, not be
exactly.
angry. We're
We
expecting
talking
for
about
them.
that. We was talking about them attitudes and stuff that we be having, and we be having them not knowing where they're coming from, and we're wondering like, I don't know what's wrong with me. We going to see therapists and everything.
And maybe it's just the
It's
sugar
just
because
the damn sugar.
it's the
Like
sugar. And
you're eating, you're addict, and you don't realize it. Like you're addicted to sugar. We were addicted.
and that's the thing.
You want to
Like,
talk about how bad your addiction
well, the
was?
best thing is when you can admit to the problem. So, a lot of times in the family structure, because I did want to say this, is that when you are in a family structure and you're in a big family too, you have a conglomerate of people, all y'all related, all y'all supposed to love each other, and that's fine and that's dandy. But if you have people who are consistently going on sugar highs and then crashing, up,
Mm,
down. And we think that we got bipolar disorder. We think we have ADHD. We think we have all these different issues, hyperactive disorder, all of that. And simply it is because you are sending your body through a constant up and down, up and down, up and down.
yeah, it's the insulin.
And it's the insulin spikes and then the crashes that we're having. So I just want you all to try this. Even if you have children, try it on your children. If it's you, try it on yourself and watch your behavior and how you deal with people around you, because it can get bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mind telling my story. Yeah, I was caught digging in the trash for cake ice, and I was. And that's how I knew I had hit an all-time low, that like it couldn't get no lower than that.
Mm,
And even though that happened, I got my life together after that. But I also had to rebuild my integrity within myself because I felt like, damn.
mm.
Y'all know if you get away with something, you like, oh, okay, got it, baby. I can keep going. When you get caught doing some shit you know you weren't supposed to be doing, I told him that I was gonna get the sugar monkey off my back. I'm not gonna do it no more, babe. I promise. I'm gonna get it together. But he's like, girl, you got to get it together. And I was like, I'm gonna get it together. I'm gonna balance my hormones. I said all this stuff that I was gonna do. But when I got caught digging in the trash can in my house,
Looking for icing.
looking for cake icing, that's when I knew, like, okay, something is going on here. And I was like, I questioned my own self. Are you addicted? Because I always pride myself on not having an addictive behavior. I
And
don't have it. Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut
Okay.
you off. But I was gonna say this: like a lot of people, don't know that they have the addiction until somebody tries to take it away from them.
Well,
Like
and
that's one of the telltale signs when you get angry when somebody tries to tell you about
yes.
healthier things, or try to remove something from your diet, or how fast you shut it down. Oh no, I can't do that.
Oh yeah, we be quick to say what we
Like
can't
so many
do,
people be
but
like, I can't. Oh no, I can't stop. Like that's the weakest. And to what people don't understand is saying that to people who have collectively lost 280 pounds. That's the weakest shit.
we don't want to
Like
hear
and
what you
anybody
cannot do.
who works out, or who is just on some straight up man shit. It's like to hear grown ass man say, "Oh no, I can't do that." Oh no, no. You know what I'm saying? To hear that, it's just like you let your the first thing to be seen and said
Is your
is
weakness.
your weakness. I hate that shit. Like I wish more brothers would understand that the more power that we have, the more control we have, the more love we have, the more everything we have. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like our strength, if it's directed in the right place, it's so much more powerful than everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like I really
But
feel
like
like
you
if you're
said,
directed right to the right foods, and you humble and you eat all the right things, you're gonna eventually come to some senses. Just like I did. You know what I'm saying? Like losing 230 pounds is not an outwardly thing. That's an inwardly thing. And to do it like when you do it naturally, I didn't do no surgeries,
that's right.
no nothing. When you do it naturally, it's an inner thing that has to happen in order for you to do that, because we did it mostly with food. Like of course
Not mostly. We did it all with
we
food.
did it all with food, but of
Mm.
course, after so long, your body feels so good. You're like, hey, let me work out.
Oh
Then,
yeah,
then
you
you
add that to
start
the
then you
mix. Yes.
then you start finding like little habits in certain things. Like I found a habit in yoga. Like I use yoga as some women use waist beads. Like yoga just tells me what's going on with my body. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if I'm stretching wrong, I know I need to move a certain way.
Well, when you begin to pay attention to your body,
Mm,
that's when you can be like, okay, now this is the thing that's causing me to gain the weight, or this is the thing, this is the part of my body that hurts and it aches, and I need to do something about that.
exactly.
This is, and when you eat a certain way, you can pinpoint what it is that's causing the pain. So if you say, dang, I need to stretch a certain kind of way, well, dang, now I can reflect back in my day. And because my diet is pretty consistent,
Mm.
I can pinpoint what was it different that I had. What did I do
Yes, and I
different
and I
yesterday?
I love that about the way that we eat is the fact that you know exactly what
Mm-hmm.
if you ate something different off of what you normally
Mm-hmm.
eat. And some people are scared of routine. I'm a Sagittarius three times over. I'm Sagittarius in sun, moon, and rising. So I hate routine. Like I absolutely hate having the same thing over and over. But I had to learn how to have routine with what I eat, because when you have routine with what you eat, your body maintains. Your body knows how to break down certain foods. That helps to slow down aging in all type of ways.
Mm-hmm.
So you end up and sometimes like if you do it so much to where like the tables have turned, you begin to like look younger in age, which we did. Like every single thing that we're talking about are things that we literally experienced and done
That's
with
right.
food by itself. So we wouldn't be talking so bad about sugar if we didn't know personally what sugar does and what it has done to so many people in our family, people that are still living today, what sugar is doing to them.
When
And
you
it's like it's really literally a drug. And if you try to take it away from certain people, you might get met with
Oh,
violence.
it
You know what I'm
may get
saying?
real ugly, but that's how you know too. When we're talking about being addicted to sugar, that's how you know when you are addicted to something. Is when someone requests for you to remove it from your diet, and you get upset about the request that they have made, and they only doing it because they love you and because they see that there's a problem there. But when you get upset about it, and then you get upset, you get angry, you stumping off, you mad with the person, you questioning they love for you and everything, and only thing they said to you was out of love. And it's like, look,
Mhm.
I think that we need to stop doing this. So when we started our journey, it was like I didn't want nothing for myself that I didn't want for him.
Mhm.
So it's like if we are going to take sugar out our diet, guess what, buddy?
Everybody take it.
The sugar is gonna have to be gone. That's just what it is. I'm not feeding it to myself, and I'm not feeding it to you. If you go get it on your own, that's on your own. But my days of being addicted to sugar, it's done and it's finito, and I'm gonna cut it off. You know what I'm
And for
saying?
real,
And that's what
if
health
you're a
was.
supporting spouse for real, like you gonna stop it with her. Because
Mhm.
like if you're thinking about health and you really about that life, because I for so long I wasn't about that life. I'm gonna tell you, like in actuality, we did start our journey like 12 years ago. But it has been a slow rise to understand food because of all the ideology we had about food in the first place. Like that old food chart. You know, that's basically a mess. And that's the reason why we have so much disease in America right now. Is
For real.
because what they said was healthy for you. How they told you milk strengthens your bones. An absolute lie.
And we
Like
grew
like
up thinking
like
that it
we
did
we
right
we
for
grew
us.
up thinking so many things about
Hmm.
food that are absolute lies, and they're getting broken every single day. All these lies are getting exposed, but they still try to maintain the same thing. And what do? They hush people that talk about it like us.
Oh yeah, they don't
Like
want you to
that's
talk
why
about
that's
it.
why we have to have a special group for the things that we talk about, because like Instagram, we didn't got shut down on Instagram before. Like we didn't got shut down on other
Other
platforms
platforms
before,
here.
but we just learned how to how to maintain a space on those platforms to where we're staying out of trouble in those manners.
But we can come
But
here.
but when we here, we can talk like for
Yep.
real. Like we can talk about the different things that we can't talk about in other places. So we definitely are gonna tell y'all about some studies, some foods, and all this stuff that we've experienced during this journey. Like it didn't take me 12 years to lose 230 pounds, but it took me damn near 10 years to learn how to lose 230
Hmm.
pounds. And when I did do it, I did it within
You did.
within 2 years. Actually, I lost the bulk of my weight within a year. I lost like 150 pounds in a
Hmm.
year. And after I lost that massive weight, then after that it kind of slowed down as I began to get smaller, because 20 pounds on somebody that's 300 pounds looks way different. I mean, losing 20 pounds at 300 pounds is way different than losing 20 pounds at 200 pounds.
Hmm.
So as you're gradually getting smaller, your weight loss uh size is getting smaller as well. So now your body is kind of like, now my body is kind of understanding what where my healthy state is, and it knows, and I changed it from what it used to think my healthy state was. So I had to
You had to retrain your
retrain my
cells.
whole body from
Yes.
beginning to end, and it's all because I have an angel. I have like literally I have married a angel fairy, and she just like gave me all the knowledge. I ignored it for so long. I feel stupid for ignoring it for so long, having all the knowledge right here next to you, and then not really diving into it. But when I dived into it,
You
my
did it for real.
whole life changed. And I mean like wealth, everything, you know what I'm saying, is being built just from my health. Like that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like I never thought that I would have a career anywhere near health. Like I'm a filmmaker. I do productions and stuff like that. I travel the world shooting content, but I never thought that I would have a career in health. I never thought that this would be a major part of my life. But it is, and it's because we learned about food. Food is something that is so fundamental, but you can't even find nothing about food in the Bible. You can't find nothing about food in.
I mean,
Where's the manual on what to eat?
they talk
Unless you
about
know,
it, but
it's
not for
very
this.
brief.
But not for this
And
day and age.
it's not talking about it in a way to telling you what are the good things to eat. You know what I'm saying? Like for real,
They tell you
food
everything not to eat.
food has truly become our religion. Like food.
Food is our religion.
Like that is where the real spice of life is.
Yep.
Like whether you
That's
have
where
a
your
lot of money
information
or
is.
little money, you can be a broke nigga, period.
That's
If
it.
you eating broke food, like period, you're gonna be broke.
Who
Like,
wants to be a king or a queen and have an addiction to something like sugar? It just don't. It just does not make sense. So we
exactly.
gon' in this group we about making stuff make sense. Make it make. That's one of my guys. I'm listening. Make it make fucking sense. It has to make sense because if you're looking at your life and you adding up everything and you looking at how, oh man, this really don't make sense. Why do I have this here? And you notice everything is just all over the place. Everything is scattered. Nothing is in order.
Evaluation.
It is when you're able to really look and evaluate it
Mhm.
properly. And you can say, you know what? This is out of hand. This is out of order. This is where I need change. And don't let you have somebody in your life that has the information. See, that's where y'all lucky because, when we first started,
Mhm.
there was nobody to really give us the information like what I needed. Like I needed to be able to get in what are chia seeds? Why are chia seeds good? Do I want my man to be an Aztec? Oh, Aztec warriors took them for energy. Oh, they took them
Right.
to make them feel
Right.
fuller longer. Oh, they reduce cravings. I
Mhm.
need to have this. But a lot of us don't have privy to that information. And that is why I feel like this is going to be the dopest place to come on the whole
Because we
internet.
gonna give it to you real,
Yes.
and
And we
and
live and we
and we
walk that
live
walk.
that life. Like I
Yep.
came from 409 pounds. There's nobody like me that have done this naturally. No surgeries, no pills, no nothing.
Yep.
We did this naturally. We did it through food, and we fixed all of our ailments. Like I fixed sleep apnea,
Mm.
I fixed anxiety, depression, obesity. I was on a cane at 409 pounds just 3 years ago. And now I'm here today at 175 pounds. I'm stronger than ever. I'm more limber than ever. Like there's not a lot of people out here that could talk what we're talking. She's a mother of five, having absolutely no stretch marks on her stomach. She has not had not one person put a knife on her other than when she was having babies, and she ain't even got no C-section. So
Oh, you talking about sewing up my woo?
right, right.
We didn't got to talk about sewing up my woo.
I mean, we came here to be vulnerable,
But
so
it is true. That's the only cut I've ever had was
like
when I had a baby and they had to sew me back up. Okay.
right.
But yeah,
So I know this woman's body. She knows my
that's
body,
right.
and we have not had no surgeries. We have not did no bypass, nothing, no lap band, nothing. No,
That's right.
actually, I don't even like going to doctors. To be honest, like I don't like doctors all up in my business. I don't like them telling me what I need to take and all of that
Hmm.
because I know what they're gonna tell me to take is just gonna make my problems worse,
Worse.
or it's just gonna make me be addicted to whatever solution that they're giving
Or
me.
the side effects to affect another part of your body. You know what I'm saying? Like we have to think about that part. So do
Yeah.
you go there to get
Yeah,
one pill
and
and then
one
you end
thing
up
you
getting
ain't about
five
to
pills?
affect is my penis. I'm saying, like, I ain't about to be on 10, 20 pills a day and then all of a sudden my penis ain't.
But there are a lot of brothers. And when I say brothers, I'm talking men in general that, let's tell the truth about it.
They
Sugar
they
has
are
caused
being
them,
affected by it.
sugar has caused them to have.
Yeah, they are being affected by it.
And it's because not only is it the insulin going up and down, but then because you've been eating so poor all this time, you develop diabetes.
Yeah,
When you develop diabetes
that's even worse.
and
Another hit to the pee-pee.
another hit to the pee, if you develop diabetes, it causes you to have erectile dysfunction.
And
We
that's
know,
another study that has been done, 2015. The
come on.
Journal of Sexual Medicine found that high sugar levels can
Mm,
impair erectile function. So this means that it's even messing with your penis. Actually, let me just tell you everything for a man that gets affected by just eating regular sugar.
mm,
So you get brain fog, you got erectile dysfunction, you got increased cancer risk, you get chronic pain and inflammation. And again, we talked about inflammation earlier. We didn't even know what inflammation really was. We heard the word all the time, and we like, what is
what is
inflammation?
that? I couldn't figure out.
And we're not realizing that it's the mucus, it's the coughing up, the hacking,
It's
and
the
all day we can
swelling
hear people like
in the
hacking in
joints.
their
Yeah.
throat. It's the joint pain, it's the swelling of the joints. It's like when you wake up in the morning and you just like feel stiff in certain areas. That's inflammation.
Yep, that is setting off.
Inflammation is affecting you and your life and your relationships and who you communicate to. I'm telling you because I've been affected on that side and I know what it feels like to the extreme manners, but some people just wasn't extreme enough to understand that that was a problem. Me, like I was 409 pounds. I actually got the extreme. So there's a lot of people walking around half that size, still considered to be obese,
Mm-hmm.
still considered to be overweight, still at high risk of heart disease and cancer and everything else. So there's nothing that you can tell me about sugar that I don't know. You know what I'm saying? At this point, sugar to me is the devil. And if you and if and I could show you how you can know whether or not you addicted to sugar. And that's how we're gonna end this. I'm gonna let you know how you addicted to sugar. Okay, so sugar affects brain fog. Study in 2017 published by the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease, and they said that sugar consumption can impair cognitive and function and memory. Erectile dysfunction. 2015 study in the Journal of Sexual Medicine found that high levels of sugar can impair erectile dysfunction. Increased cancer risk. Supporting study, the American Cancer Society notes that cancer cells consume more glucose than normal cells, meaning that
Mm-hmm.
sugar, they
It
like
wants
I
sugar.
so your cancer cells said, hey, feed me some more of that
Mhm.
sugar, buddy.
I want that.
And tell me why don't no doctor tell you to stop eating sugar? All right, so let's get back to this. Chronic pain and inflammation. We talked about that earlier. In 2018, a study published in a Journal of Pain Research indicated that sugar induced inflammation and it contributes to chronic pain. Then you have mood swings and irritability. So um a study in a journal, this again is a journal of clinical investigations in 2008 found that high sugar intake can lead to increased levels of inflammation, which is linked to mood disorders.
Mm-hmm.
So look, we just talked about all of that stuff, right? You want a happy home, you want happy children, you want a happy life, right? If the people around you are not getting the full version of who you are, they're not going to get that happy life that you're hoping for everybody. But if you can become whole, and I'm telling you this because that's what I did. I became whole as a man. I came out of my shell. I understood who I was. And guess what? When I got to see who I was, I've never seen that face before. So this face is just as new to me as it is to most people that's seeing it. I've only had this face for like 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, and actually, I had an injury in my face that I thought my face was going to be messed up for the rest of my life. So, and that kind of sparked my travel to get really serious about food too, because I had a life-changing experience, a life-threatening experience. You like the blessing in this group is that y'all don't have to get the face that I had 2 years ago, not understanding whether or not I was going to heal or not before I got the picture, or well, 3 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
before I got the picture and understood what I needed to do to eat right, and how I wanted my life to be and all of that. Like a lot of people are not thinking about the people around them. If you create happiness in the people around you, you create a synergy that makes everybody feed off of that. Like everybody, the children, the wife, everybody. When you have a happy home, you get a synergy that comes with it. And that synergy, if you live in that synergy, when you walk out the house, people see that glow,
And they feel it
and
too.
they see that glow before the weight loss. They see that glow when you start to get that glow. It's a change that happens in your whole chemistry, where you just become somebody that's different. You stop caring so much about what people think, and you start saying, I'm really just gonna be this the man. I'm really gonna be around here with purpose. I'm really gonna be around here doing what I'm supposed to do. And what did it take for me to become that? It took for me to get off the drugs. Like for real, sugar is a drug, and it hurts black men, white men, Mexican men. It hurts men, just period in general. But for me, I gotta talk for the black man. It hurts black men a whole lot more because in relationships and like so many of the friends that I grew up around, they didn't have like two parents in their home.
That's right.
Is sugar really affecting us to the point to where we can't even communicate properly to people? Especially for men, because some men that I noticed, they don't understand that you talk to a man different than you talk to a woman. Like I noticed that I see a whole lot of men that that don't know the distinct difference of how you supposed to communicate to a woman versus how you supposed to communicate to a man. And then everybody's riddled with sugar. So some women become addicted to that back and forth.
Mhm.
Some men become addicted to that back and forth. Is that the sugar causing some toxic behavior patterns that drugs do? Drugs do the same thing. Cocaine does the same thing. It makes people fall in love with toxic, erratic behavior. They go to the dark side. Sugar makes you go to the dark side. It makes you do silly things. Now I'm get to back to get back to how we're gonna know whether or not you're addicted is after this information we give you. If some of you did not know whether or not what anything about sugar or whatever, and you get this information, if your first thing to do when you get off this live is to go get a cookie versus kind of looking up some of this stuff, you addicted, my friend. Like if you can hear everything bad about sugar and then you go on the next day to say, if that didn't touch you, if a seed hasn't been dropped from what we said about sugar today to make you go and research more and you go touch another thing that got some sugar in it, just know you addicted. That's called cognitive dysfunction. That's exactly what they're saying that happens when you get sugar. Like you, even though you have proof in front of you, even though you have information in front of you that is detrimental, it's killer information, cancer, brain dysfunction, Alzheimer's disease, bad relationship, all of that wrapped in sugar. Let me go grab me a cookie real quick. You know what I'm saying? If your first thought is to go dive back into that, you addicted. And we can help you with that. We can help you get away from the addiction. If we help this lady get out the garbage bag, we can get you. She was in the garbage like Oscar the Grouch, and
I
I
was.
walked
It's
in
no
on her
lie.
in the garbage. I didn't know what to think when I saw my wife in the garbage, but
But you know what though? That one
we
experience.
got past that part of life, and I'm so proud, so proud of you, baby, so proud.
So that one experience though, for real, is what led us here. You know what I'm saying? And there were other, like, yeah, I was
And
digging.
even though she the queen of the information, like even when
He's
you have
passionate about letting it be known
like
how the
I got
changes that
like
have been.
I'm never gonna bite the hand that feeds me. Like I've been fed by these hands, and literally and figuratively. Like my life changed because of those hands, and I'm never gonna be like, oh fuck her, I did. You know what I'm saying? Like it's never gonna be that. It's always gonna
No,
be honor and where I change. You know what I'm saying? Like I would not be the person I am today. I would not be
I
so
love to see you
responsible and
passionate though.
so
Talk about your
disciplined.
health.
I probably wouldn't be as passionate as I am right now. For real, if it wasn't for the assistant. When you begin to love even your struggles in life, that's how you know you eating right. That's how you know you eating right. When
You gotta
people
pay
come to you
attention
with the
to the moment.
bullshit, and even though you have your moments, like you're not gonna have a perfect I'm happy all the time type shit like that.
Mhm.
To me, that's not even happy. I find myself to be happy when I'm expressive, whether I'm angry, happy. I feel like I can go into any mode at any time. That's my freedom, and that makes me happy in long term, short term, everywhere. You know, like not every moment is a beautiful moment, but the fact that I have so much control over my life because I took control over sugar. I took control over even the sugars that you don't even know are there, like in white foods, like breads, rices, the things that we said that we don't eat. The reason why we going viral on a whole lot of posts is because of the things that we say that we don't eat, and people get so mad. they get
They
so
get
mad that
angry.
they throw vulgar comments and everything.
Oh
We
yeah,
and
everything's
all
been
we
said
say is
about me under the sun.
it's what we don't need.
Yep. Yep. It's true. You know, and this is one of the key things, especially for women. When you begin to not eat certain things, you'll begin to notice a difference in your body. So when I named off all the stuff that we don't eat, there's a reason why we don't eat it. Because when it comes to sugar, a lot of people don't know with women, it's tied into like things like yeast infections,
Hmm.
fibroids. These are things that make it difficult when we talk about sexual relationships or relationships with our spouses, our significant other, whether it's a man, woman, I don't care. When you talk about those relationships though, when you have inhibitors in the middle of your relationship like sugar, you have to be able to move that thing out the way. You have to weigh what's more important in this relationship. Is it sugar or is it the person? For me, I didn't realize that yeast infections came from sugar. How many of y'all actually want to be intimate during a moment when you're having a yeast infection?
Right.
It affects your confidence.
Yeah, it's
How
like and I know they're already going through some confidence issues with the yeast infection, but when you stop having sex with your mate, that's
that's
a
that's
whole nother level of
that's
confidence gets lost
that's what I'm
because now
saying.
you
No,
wondering
hold on a
like
sec.
is something is he doing something
Yep.
because I'm not able to produce right now. You know what I'm saying? Like
But when you are able to be like, nah, I'm taking this out of my life, you know that that's not it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So it's like when you begin to say no, no to the sugar, and that guess what? Your confidence is coming back. Why? Because you're not addicted to sugar. You're not feeding the yeast in your body. How many of us have, as women, have had fibroid issues, and the fibroids make it painful
Hmm.
to be able to be intimate with your partner because you got fibroids from the sugar. You know what I'm saying? So your skin is breaking out. So you're always wondering, oh my God, if I don't wear makeup, then everybody's going to look at me. They're going to look at my skin and they're going to know that I have problems and whatever.
Hmm.
It's the sugar. So what I'm saying is that let's start by taking out one of the inhibitors in our relationships, one with our own self-confidence and then also with our spouse, and that is the sugar. I feel so much better in our relationship and how we relate to one another, not just intellectually, not just behind closed doors when the lights are off, but it is the confidence that I have within myself
Right.
because I know that there are certain health ailments that I don't have to worry about
Yeah,
simply because
it's
I
a whole
don't have
different confidence.
it's a whole different confidence simply because I don't take in refined sugars. Who wants to be in the middle of getting it down, getting it on, and all of a sudden you move a wrong way, and because you inflamed in your body, you can't stretch. Now you done pulled yourself out of whack for a week or two.
Yeah, like I did in Puerto Rico.
Exactly like what
On
happened
the
in Puerto
like
Rico.
second day, like the second day,
Exactly.
inflammation was that powerful that it stopped that whole trip.
How many moments, valuable moments, are you missing with your family and experiences that you should be getting just even for yourself simply because there is sugar involved? You're inflamed, you didn't hurt yourself, you can't have sex with your partner no more, you got fibroids, you got yeast infections, your breasts hurt, your hormones all over the place. Like as a woman, do you understand the freedom that you have when you do not have sugar in your life, when you can make love when you want to, you can move like you want to. Your
Your man gonna
skin is
notice the
looking.
difference.
Your man gonna know
Yeah,
your
he definitely
skin.
gonna notice the difference because like when both of you all meet each other at the confidence level, you know what I'm saying? Like
Ain't
when
nothing nobody could
confidence is
tell you.
boosted on both sides,
That's right.
it's different when you see where it came from. You know what I'm saying? And you see all it went through to become what it became. Like
Very true.
it's a different thing when y'all are on the same level on y'all health kick.
And when
Like
you go through it together, it's a certain kind of appreciation as well that you have for your spouse and and watching them overcome certain things and watching them it just be able to blossom in certain areas where you know that that was an area that was keeping them stagnant for a long time, and now they've come out of that and you can begin to have the relationship, the relation part of your ship, you can really begin to have. And it's because why? You can communicate better.
Mm-hmm.
You can love better. You can be able to be more in tune better, baby. I see how you feeling. What's going on? What's that look in your eyes? Why your lip move that way? It's all because now cognitively I'm aware of what's going on with you.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm constantly in pain myself and I'm constantly going through different trials and struggles and whatever because I'm lacking discipline in the way I'm eating, how can I ever pay attention to you properly?
Right.
How can I ever love you properly? How can we ever be in the same quarters together and really be able to connect with each other properly? It's not going to happen.
Right.
And there's because there's an inhibitor there that don't gotta be there. Sugar don't have to, you can get sugar in other ways. Go look.
Yeah, and I didn't want to leave this lab without telling people a healthy alternative
Yes.
that we love. And a healthy alternative is agave. Agave is way more sweeter. It's a syrup,
I'm
so
gonna go
so
Stone
so
real
so
quick.
you have to get used to using syrups versus
Hmm.
sugar because you don't need as much syrup as you need sugar. Like, and once we began using agave, like it's really been unmatched. Like you don't need as like nowhere near as much agave as you need sugar. Like sugar is just not even sweet to me.
We see
Like
people pour like a fourth, a half, or
I,
a half a cup of sugar in a cup of coffee in the morning, okay? Whereas with agave,
mm,
you can put a tablespoon in there
and you good.
and be good with it. So
Mm.
please tell me, like y'all, like, should I go grab
And
a
and
sample
and
sugar?
and a doctor that does not know anything about herbs and plants and things like that, anything about the natural
Mm-mm.
science at all, they gonna tell you that, oh, agave has sugar and it has more sugar than sugar. You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna talk about the glucose in agave, but the
Mm-hmm.
glucose in agave is totally different from the glucose in sugar. Like you're gonna find vitamins and minerals in agave. You're not gonna find that in sugar. And sugar is gonna be a whole bunch of
It's
depleting.
stripped of everything. That's why it's white.
It's not even the fact that it's not nutritious because that's what most of the food in America is not
It's not
nutritious.
nutritious. Yes.
It's the fact that it takes away, it depletes things in your system,
It
in your
corrodes the
microbiome.
inside of
It
your body.
corrodes the inside of your body. It makes you addicted to it, and it makes your brain not work correctly. Like you get angry, you get erectile dysfunction, you get all type of
And you gonna
crazy.
be angry if you
You
got
definitely
erectile
gonna be double
dysfunction.
mad if you got erectile dysfunction.
You gonna be angry. Your wife ain't gonna be. Oh Lord. Then you bringing in other things in your relationship because now you got erectile dysfunction.
Hmm.
Now you jealous because she didn't have to go out and get a toy or something to
And,
help to fix that itch because
and
you can't do what you need to do. So then you
and I'm
have
gonna say this, like you're not gonna know who has erectile dysfunction. They're not gonna promote it. But you could look at some personalities out here, and you can kind of identify what the hell's going on with some people. Like why do they behave the way that they behave?
yeah.
Like sometimes you can identify that because they're not going to be the people that screaming out loud. But guess what? According to records in the United States, there's a lot more erectile dysfunction that than we know about. You know what I'm saying?
And
And where
men
is this coming from?
it's coming from sugar. And men don't want to talk about it. Like you said, who's going to really admit something like that? You know what I'm saying? But it plays out in the attitudes that people have. Like you
Hmm.
can, and then don't let you find out, like, oh, if you know anything about health, you be like, oh, you find out they got diabetes. You like, oh, shoot, that's the problem.
Hmm.
He's having insulin problems and his penis don't work no more.
Hmm.
And that is a dagger
I'm gonna tell you
into it.
this.
I can't speak for a man,
I
but
don't care how I don't care how rich you are. I don't care how lit your life is. If your penis ain't working as a man, like you're gonna be insecure.
mm,
You're gonna and insecurity to me is like kryptonite. Like at this point, I don't like things that make me insecure. So I stay away from things that make me insecure, make me second guess myself at any time because the reason why we're pushing forward so hard is because we don't second guess ourselves as much as we used to. Like we push through, and that's something that you got to do when you talk about like removing certain things from your diet.
mm,
You gotta push through. Everything is mind over matter. Everything. Like if somebody tells you stop eating this, like everybody that's overweight or obese knows how to lose weight. We all know how to do it.
And it's because it's always somebody around you
It,
telling you what to do.
and then we done tried a million different diets. You know what I'm saying?
But it's up to you whether or not you're
We
going to do
didn't
it.
stay on it. There's mental blocks that have to be attacked, and those mental blocks cannot be attacked if you're still on the drugs that you're trying to come away from. The drugs that mess with your mind, like sugar. Sugar is a drug. When we're talking about drugs, we talking about sugar. Sugar is a big drug, and and again, I'll just say about the study just one more time before we go. There was a study done with rats. It was in 2007 or
I,
2008 at
it,
the University of Bordeaux.
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 Mm-hmm.
So at
Because
the University of
DEAUS is
Bordeaux
too.
in 2007, there was a study with rats, and what they did was they took cocaine, which some of the rats were exposed to cocaine and already had addictions, and some of them were never exposed to cocaine. They took water with cocaine in it, and they took water with sugar in it. And guess what the rats kept going to? They kept going to the
Y'all
sugar. So if they kept going to the sugar, that's showing you that sugar has addictive properties in it. And if they're doing that and the addictive properties are more stronger than cocaine, and the average man in the United States eats about 5 pounds of sugar a month.
know. Ooh.
Like somebody is selling drugs, somebody is selling
It's
weight,
the it's a push
somebody's
out
selling
here. They
keys.
big weight.
They kept selling keys of the white, and we are consuming it. Can you imagine if a man had taken 5 pounds of cocaine in that month? He'll be
He'd
dead.
be dead right now.
But like you won't be dead with 5 pounds of sugar.
Yeah, but there are other things
But
that are
there's other
dying.
things that
Yes.
die.
Like, there are other things that
There's
are
other
dying.
things, you know.
Every bite you take of whatever it is that has the sugar in it, there's something that's dying in you in the moment. Sugar does not add to your life. And we will keep saying it and keep preaching it. There's nothing in sugar
And
that
sugar is not sweet. It's not. Let's be honest. Like you got to put 2 pounds of sugar in something to make it sweet enough to your liking most of the time because it's not sweet, and that's by design. Like why would they want to sell less sugar because it's so sweet? Nobody's selling quality sugar. They gonna sell you the bland sugar and really it has no type of nutritional value. It has nothing that adds to your life. It only takes away. It only gives you brain fog, erectile dysfunction, irregular periods. What's some of the things that it gives you for women? Alzheimer's disease. Like it feeds your cancer cells.
it is literally corroding your body from the inside out. And for women it does play out in things like you were saying, like we said, fibroids, we talking about, and even your eyesight, your hair, all of that. Sugar plays a key
Your
role. It is a
skin.
your skin, it is not a confidence booster, it is a confidence decreaser because it's corroding and killing your body bite by bite at a time, and you don't even realize it until it's too late. And when it's too late, I'm talking about you're like 60, you're like 70. And now it's like, oh, I got the sugar now. Oh, I got the gout. Oh, I gotta wear bifocals. Oh, I got, and we just take all these things as we're just old. Oh, it just come along with old age. No, it don't.
I'm gonna tell
Stop.
you
It
this.
don't just come along with old age. It come
I gotta say something on top of that. Just because you said old age, like we have to get out of the idea that you just get worse with age. Get out of that idea because anything that has practice longer gets better. So if you're doing the right things for your body, if you're taking care of your body, you're eating the right things, you're going to get better with time. And we gonna prove that because 10 years ago we looked 10 years older than what we look now. We look older. We retracted. We got younger. Look at our skin. We done improved all our skin. I had dark marks on my neck and everything. Like if you see where we came from, we don't even believe in getting old anymore. Like we don't believe in
I just
like
refuse to give in to
physically
that.
aging anymore. I really feel like if you have more time here, you have more time to improve and get better. But I feel like the society that's built off of our sickness has told you different, has told you with age, oh, you just get old. Not one doctor, tell me one doctor has told you to stop eating sugar when you had cancer. Or tell me anybody who knows cancer patients whose doctors actually say, "Hey, stop eating sugar," because sugar is like one of the number one components that feeds cancer cells. And this has been done. It's been shown in a study in 2017.
And so no one will tell you about alternatives to these things. You know what I'm saying? They won't say, hey, stop eating sugar and go grab you some soursop.
And just to tell you the study, just so I'm not just you're not just thinking I'm saying words. It's the American Cancer Society notes that cancer cells consume more glucose than normal cells. That means that they're eating sugar. So if you're feeding them sugar, and they like the bad sugars. They don't like they don't like the
Mm-mm.
glucose from agave, which a doctor will tell you, oh, agave has more glucose than regular sugar. No, but it has the good glucose that has the vitamins and minerals in it that helps with
Exactly.
elasticity and skin glow and hair glow and things like that. But they gonna tell you, oh, you got more glucose because they're just going off the word, but they're not going off the fact that there's two sides of everything.
Mhm.
You got good energy, you got bad energy. You got good calories, you got bad calories. And just for y'all, just on some nerd stuff, did you know that calorie meant a unit of energy?
Mhm.
So if you're eating a unit of energy, and we know that there's good energy and bad energy, pick your food, right? We know that there's bad food, good food.
And we're going to help you all to be
Good
able
sugar's
to,
faster.
exactly, we're going to help you all to be able to decipher what's what, because we've seen what worked for us. We've seen what has worked for other family members, other friends who have listened to us. And now we're bringing it to y'all because it's so many of us that are battling this. We're battling this addiction to this sugar, but it is not an addiction that cannot be won. It is not something that cannot be conquered. It's how determined you are
Hmm.
and making that thing come to life and eradicating the sugar from your life. But for real, every bite you take, it is mind over the matter. I used to look at the food, no lie, and be like, is this a bite to my health or is this a bite to my death? What am I doing right here? Well, Angie, you know you want this. Nope, it is mind over matter. I can conquer this what's sitting in front of me right now.
And don't that control feel so good? Like once
It's
you,
a the control
it's
is a freedom for me
yeah.
because I feel so much freer because I feel like I'm not held hostage to,
Mm,
oh my God, I just want this right now. What is going on in me psychologically, emotionally, where I feel like I need to have this to feed something in me.
mm.
So now, then I have
And I
control.
don't need. I'm not even hungry. I just want it.
But it's something psychological and emotional in that moment that I'm feeding this thing with. If it's crunchy, it's because I'm trying to feed an angry part of me and I can't lash out. So what do? I crunch, right?
Mm,
Or I'm feeling emotionally low. I just need comfort right now.
mm,
So I don't ask for a hug,
mm,
but I go and I get ice cream and I get donuts because it feels like a hug because it's soft and it's pillowy and it's comforting
mm.
and it feels good. You know what I'm saying?
Sweet at the end too.
Right, and it's sweet at the end, but then it turn around and bite you in the ass because it gives you a yeast infection or it's feeding your fibroids or your hair is falling out or your skin is saggy. So it's like you have to pick which one you want.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it was in this moment right now, I'm making a choice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to feed into my immediate gratification because my immediate gratification is the sugar, but the sugar is going to kill me.
Mm-hmm.
So what I need to do is I need to take my control back in this moment and say, nope, I'm not giving into that, but I'm making a different choice for myself.
And I'm
And
gonna
that's been
tell you.
12 years ago.
And I'm gonna tell you when you make that decision, people around you are gonna make your life super difficult. Like if you're around a whole lot of people that have been comfortable with
Oh, they not gonna like
how
it.
you've been eating and living,
Oh yeah.
when you change, that's why this support group is here.
That is
Because you're gonna
exactly
need
right.
support. Like when you're ready to make a real change, when
Yep.
you're ready to like really do what we did. And I know I talk about it a lot. I know we talk about it a lot. That's because we know how amazing it is. Because people struggle with losing 30
They
pounds.
sure do.
People kill themselves sometimes over 50 pounds being
Yeah.
overweight. You know what I'm saying? Like there's people that struggle, and the solution is so easy. and we found it. You know what I'm saying? We found it to the point to where we have it locked in, where we can pretty much guarantee we know how to make anybody slim down, have more focus and more energy
And the
in a,
discipline to eat properly
in a
for
short
yourself.
amount of time. Like for real, I lost the bulk of my weight in a year's time, which was about 150 pounds. Over 2 years, I lost 200 pounds.
Yep.
And at this point, I've lost 230 pounds from my beginning weight. It was in 2022,
It was
around
2022.
2022. When no, it was 2021, at the end of 2021, where I got like super serious, where I got like, I was like, all right, I'm just gonna eat the right things. Not saying I ain't make mistakes along the way, but during this time, I said a mistake is a mistake. That's not the end all be all. I'm not gonna
It
like
ain't
get
the end
down
of the
on
world.
myself
That's
and
right.
say no, I quit. Like if I fuck up, I'm just gonna hop back on it. Hop back on it. Well, who's the race for? I get to it
No,
when
you
it's my
only have to
time.
answer to yourself.
As long as my focus and my direction is moving forward, then I'm good. So I just focused on moving forward. I didn't worry about what I looked like at the time. I just kept having in my mind, like, I know I'm gonna be different. I don't know what I'm gonna look
Yep.
like. I don't know how my skin gonna be hanging. I don't know what I came from 409 pounds, and I thought that my skin was just gonna be all over the place.
Yeah, he was
I
scared
thought
about what's
I
gonna
thought I was
happen
gonna
with
have
your
like
skin.
10 chins and everything. I thought it was gonna look like real crazy. And even though I thought about all of that stuff, that was just my insecurity speaking. But all the things that I gained outside of the outer body, the look and all of that stuff, all the stuff that I gained my manhood in that time. Like the manhood that I thought I had this whole time, I thought I had things figured out.
Mm.
I didn't have a fucking clue until I started disciplining the way that I eat, the way that I think, the way that I talk, the way that I control, the things that I listen to, the things that I let stick to my heart. Like I had to go through a full cleanse, and that full cleanse could only happen when you come off the drugs. The first drug you got to come off of is that sugar. And we're gonna tell you all how we can help you all come up off the sugar. We're gonna have like a good support thing, and everybody's gonna hold everybody accountable on this project. But on Friday, we're gonna do another live, and we're gonna talk about it. But we are going to get people to come up off of the sugar, one step at a time. There's one thing that you do every single day. There's one thing that you do every single day that has loads of sugar in it. And I know a lot of people are not reading those tags and those labels and stuff
Mm-mm.
to know how much sugar is up in their drink. But you drink all day. And some people, they think like, hey, I'm drinking more, so I'm not eating as much. I'm just drinking more.
Yeah, but
But
what
you're
are you
you're, you're
drinking?
intaking sugar more. You may not be as heavy set, you may not be as big as somebody else or whatever, but you're taking in just as much sugar as them because it's all in that drink.
Mm.
And then other things metabolize into sugar. You got your pastas, you got your white breads, you got your white rice, you got most of the white foods, even milk, even cheese. Cheese metabolizes into sugar.
And how many of y'all know that they do put sugar into cow's milk? So I didn't know that at first. So
Yeah.
when I learned that fact that they put sugar that there's sugar in cow's milk, I was like, okay. And thank God we don't drink cow's milk. But I'm just saying, like when we did,
Mm-hmm.
blew my mind. I was like, what is the reason for that? Oh, you need to taste sweeter so that people can gulp it down
Mm-hmm.
and be and then have other health issues. Okay, I get it. All right, cool.
Right. Like this world is insane. Like here in this society, this current society we live in, well, in America, because some of our people are in different countries. Like
And shout out to our people who are
yeah,
in
shout
different
out to the
countries.
people
Peace
that's
out,
in
y'all.
Canada, Toronto. Didn't we see some London? Somebody
Yeah,
from London?
someone, yeah, we have somebody from the UK, somebody from yes, from Canada. So we have like we're touching around the world, y'all. And
But here in America it's a little bit worse because I've been to London recently, and their food is a little bit different. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been to Tokyo recently, and even though everybody be like, oh, they eat nothing but white rice over there, there's a whole different
the
lifestyle over
lifestyle is
there.
different.
There's whole
Yes.
different portions and everything. When they eat, their plates look like about this size, and they have like three little pebbles of food on it. They take that away from you, come bring you another little plate with three pebbles of food on it. They do that about 3 or 4 times, and then you done. and they don't snack. They don't. I mean, they snack, but they don't be outside. They don't walk around with food. Actually, there's no garbage cans nowhere
Mm.
at all in Tokyo, Japan. There's no garbage cans outside at all. You know why? Because it's an insult to their culture for you to eat
To walk
outside,
around
to
food.
walk
Yeah.
around with food. You gotta sit down and eat. So that means that they're not all day snacking outside everywhere they go. They're not eating a whole. Now they may not eat a whole lot of good things there, but they're very mobile. They walk all day. I mean, elders, all with the young people, they walk all day. They eat very small portions and they eat a whole lot of fruit. A whole lot of fruit. And they fruits over there have a whole lot more anti bodies in it than anything
Antioxidants and stuff.
antioxidants in it than
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the things we eat. When we talk about those different exotic fruits,
They
like
got them over there,
they
huh?
be having them. So they eat that along with all the weird stuff that we
So
see
they
on the internet.
so they eat things that then would combat all the because everybody
Their
doesn't eat
lifestyle
all the weird
totally
stuff that we see.
combats what our binging lifestyle over here
Hmm.
is. And not to get down on America, I love my country. Every time we come home,
You happy?
I'm happy I'm home. You know what I'm saying? But the conditions here, the conditions and the beliefs systems, and I'm not talking about religious, but I'm talking about food,
Hmm.
the ideology behind
The
the most
relationship with
important
food.
thing besides family is your, I mean, actually it's more important
No,
because you
it
got to
is.
have that in order to
And
protect and provide
that's all I
for
was gonna
whatever
say.
for
Like
your
your
family.
relationship with your food need to be
But
first.
the most important thing in the world is like something that is looked down upon, or it's not looked down upon, but
It's
it's
not
not
taken
respected. It's not
seriously.
taken seriously
Yeah,
here.
food is. People will laugh at you in a minute
There's
for
a
one you eat
McDonald's on
right.
every corner,
Hmm.
and if I show them what I ate today, the people that's in that line, they gonna laugh at me or
Yeah, but
they gonna make jokes and stuff. And I'm just like, why are people so surprised over somebody eating healthy? Like that is just so crazy to me. And even when I was obese, you know, I was inspired by people that were eating healthy. I was like, oh, that looks.
hmm
I mean, especially you. Like when I saw you, like I wanted to try, and it,
I
but
could look a
there's some
certain way
people,
too.
that when they look at what we eat, and we don't eat nothing weird. We eat like, I feel like we're pretty cultured in our food.
But
Like
it's still different than what other people are used to, and that's why it's so important for us to introduce the way that we eat to the world. Because you saw in the comments how upset people were getting. People were in their feelings. They was mad, they was angry. Who cares? You're this, you're that, you're gonna die. People said
so
all
many
kinds of
people
things.
have told
But
my wife she was gonna die just because she said what she doesn't eat.
people got so mad and in their
Like
feelings.
so many people have said vulgar comments. You know, like I don't like we don't stress out about stuff like that, but we're just saying like the psyche behind it.
But
There's
it is,
so many people that are so upset
yeah.
just when you talk about health, when you talk about healthy foods and stuff like that, and then you
It
have the
shouldn't always
bots.
be talked about negatively.
Don't forget about the bots because that's the other side. Because you got big pharma and you got meat companies and you got tobacco companies
Let's
that
say,
all
say
hire
anything
bots,
about
just
this.
like
Yep.
Drake. You know what I'm saying? They all hire bots.
Yep.
And like sometimes you
Say
see
this word.
comments from people that have like 3 followers that have like a whole
Yep.
paragraph of information on it.
And you be like,
And it's people that's like trying to tell you that eating healthy is not a good thing.
and that's the thing. So you have to listen, you have to pay attention to your own body and decide what it is that you want to do. And because you are watching this right now, we know that one, you're not a bot, okay? Because you really taking your health into consideration. But two, that you've thought about this thing and you like, okay, look, I need to make some changes. I need to make some differences because obviously what I'm doing is not working. So what are y'all doing? And for real, like we're going to continue all week long to give y'all the game on what we did, how we did it, how we beat the cravings. We'll talk about that on Friday. How we beat the sugar cravings. What did we incorporate into our life to be able to help us to combat these cravings? Because people think that cravings are just like, oh, I want to go get this. No, cravings are a whole psychological thing. It's the message system between your stomach and your brain. Your stomach is the one that control everything. Your
That's
stomach is telling,
everything. That's the biggest brain right there. That controls everything.
yep, your stomach is the one that's telling your brain, this is what I want. This is what you need to do. So if your gut area is all off and you got all kind of parasites running wild and everything else taking control over how your body is really supposed to be functioning properly, you're gonna be all out of whack. And we're gonna teach y'all how to get your control back. But it's gonna start with sugar. So I know Abba was saying that Friday, we
Friday
gonna
that.
Friday
We're gonna
night.
bring some
Ooh,
we're gonna
ooh,
bring some
ooh.
music with us on Friday. But if you come hang out with us on Friday, chill out, have you a little smoke or something. Like I'm not against it. I
Yeah, like
smoke.
when we don't really
And
drink liquor, too much sugar in it.
I don't really drink liquor. Like every now and then I have to celebrate with my company, and I have a drink on that night, but that's pretty much it. But other than that, like as
Other than
far as
that, it's too much sugar in it. We don't be
too
bothered
much
with it.
sugar, and I only do that just for the team. You know what I'm saying? Like
Take one for the team. Well, you know what? Many people take shots and stuff like that
yeah.
when they're at a company celebration or
Let me tell
something
you
like
this:
that. And
it
I
doesn't
understand
do
it.
to me what it does to them. And that's because like I conditioned my body. We when we started our journey, it was all about eating right, and we were eating right for so long
That's the
that it made us start feeling like doing things like it as a man just period how we grew up, the things that we found to be fun as children, like riding bikes, running, playing basketball, doing all that stuff, just naturally athletic. And that's not all men, but we were active, we were naturally athletic as kids. We were different than how girls behave as kids, like growing up mad active. That hasn't changed about you. The only thing that has changed about you is what you actually feel like doing on top of all the other things that the
responsibilities that we have. Yeah.
responsibilities in life. So you get to tackling all these other responsibilities in life, and you feel like I don't have energy for nothing else. You know what
And
I'm
if
saying?
you don't,
So
you're right
so
on top of it.
you
Ooh.
you let go of this part of you that basically you loved. You did that for free. That's something that you just did every single day. You went outside to go play, ride your bike, hang with friends, stuff like that. That's what you grew up loving to do. But now you don't feel like it. Even if it's with your kids or your wife or something, you don't feel like it. You know what I'm saying? I've been working all day. But I'm going to tell you this. When I began to feel like doing everything, that's when life just became lit. It's like, oh, we doing that? Cool. We doing this too? Yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that. You know what I'm saying? You want to do everything. And when you feel like doing everything, how many of y'all have been tired and be like, ah, or you somebody told you to come out somewhere and you just like,
No, I don't feel
yeah,
like
not tonight. You didn't get home already. You're like, I'm already home. It's dead. You know what I'm saying? But the next day they're like, oh man, you didn't miss it. You know what I'm saying? Like these are all things that happen like while you're young. But when you got family, you got wives, children, and things like that, those little moments that you think are small, like when you're sending them away, like because you're tired or something like that, those little small moments, are collected, and those are getting add to some type of system in their body, whether it's a dopamine or something that makes them feel negative or bad or whatever. But all these little moments that you experience with them, I want all my moments to be filled with energy. I don't know about y'all. I don't know about even with my wife. It's like I want my moments with my wife to be filled with energy. Like just we need to be in motion. We need to be alive. We need to be living at all
mm,
times. And the way that we eat just makes us have a desire just to be alive, because we're eating living foods, we're eating things that don't have hormones in them, and it's not loaded with sugar, and just think about how much sugar you intake. They say the average diet of a human in America, I mean a man in America with the average diet will eat 5 pounds of sugar
a
a
month.
month,
A month.
like a month. If you see what 5 pounds of sugar looks like, and your body had to turn that, which has no nutrients in it at all,
Into
your
something.
body
Oh
had to
my God.
turn that into something. And you wonder why there's so much chaos. You wonder why you can like there's so many arguments happening in your home. You wonder why your kids are crazy as shit. Like It's because of this drug that's in your home that's easily available for anybody to go buy at your
Yep.
local grocery store
Please say that.
for
Just
$5.
go get
You
a
get
candy
five
bar real
pounds
quick.
of
Yeah.
it. You know what I'm saying? Like you get 5 pounds. Like this sounds like
It's foolishness to me.
this is straight up drug cartel
It
activity. I'm gonna
is.
let y'all know that. And somebody got made these drugs legal, and we all on them.
But you can get off of it. So we don't want you. Do not give up on yourself because we did not.
You
We
didn't.
didn't, and it made our life so much easier, so much better. The communication is better, the loving is better, the spending time together is better, time
Wait,
with our
I,
children is better.
loving is way better,
You
y'all.
know, well, because, and we're also going to get into, like, okay, we know the number one food that destroys sexual chemistry and libido and all that stuff. We're also going to share with you all, in a future live, the foods that you can eat to help to increase. Because, like, you ain't got to be out here without no loving. You be like, oh, what am I gonna do?
Yeah, yeah.
No, there are foods that you can eat that will help you in the area of loving. But the first
Hmm.
food that you're going to take away
Is that
is that
sugar?
damn sugar.
Hey, you like in a matter of days, take away sugar from yourself. In a matter of days, you're gonna go through a detox. You're gonna go through a detox that you're not even gonna realize that's happening. You're going and what happens when you first go into detox, when you remove something, anger happens first, just to let you know. So you may
Mhm.
go a couple of days a little bit edgy just because you just took away your main drug, which is sugar. But if you just take it, not even if you just take it out of everything. If you took it out of one thing,
Just
if you
something
change,
first.
like we got a plan for you all that we want to talk to y'all about on Friday. This is for the group and the group only.
Yes.
So if you in a group and you want to participate in it, it's gonna be a thing where we all holding each other accountable. We're gonna give y'all a whole bunch of recipes and water
Oh, it's gonna
infusions.
be good.
And it's gonna be good. It's gonna be fun. And you know, if y'all want to be a part of it, make sure y'all following me and Angie because some people are not even following us in the group. But I don't want you all to miss our messages. You shouldn't, I guess they shouldn't if we
You shouldn't, but still show your support, your love by following us.
yeah, yeah. So
So
we
you'll
can't
never miss nothing.
we can't be having no followers on our
That's what I'm
platform.
saying. How we gonna be all over the platform and ain't got no followers? Like, that sounds crazy. But we got, but we are excited because we are growing by the hour, y'all. So
Yeah.
if you even know someone who could benefit from this information, share the group with them because we giving y'all the game for free. We got other stuff that we offer that's true, but this game right here inside these lives, this is where you need to be
This is
because
about to be the flyest community on the internet. Trust me, we're gonna make some waves with this. Trust me, we know how to grow things. Like we know how to grow platforms and all of that stuff. So if you're a part of this platform
that's right.
today, like be active in this platform, whatever. But for some people up in here, this gonna turn into some money up in here because we gonna grow this platform. We gonna make health wealth. Like we're gonna turn our health into wealth.
That's
We've
right.
already started doing that. We want to do that for other people. We want to show how many people can totally change how they look, how they act,
Come on.
how they are in their life. They like I want people to experience what I experienced because they gonna thank me on a whole nother level. If you get to where I'm at, that's why I'm so good. People see me praising my wife all the time because she gave me all the game about what it took for me to come down 230 pounds. All I had to add to what she gave me was discipline. I just had to add that one thing. Discipline made me a better person. It made me respect life different. It made me want life different. If you're not a disciplined person, um, and I wasn't. I totally wasn't a disciplined person. If you are not a disciplined person, I'm going to show you how to be disciplined. I'm going to show you how to get past all the mental blocks that keep you fat, that keep you stuck. Like I was there, I was stuck, I was
Mm.
fat, I had a whole lot of money, and I still was not happy. I was miserable in my life just because I couldn't get that one thing under control. And really, everybody can get it under control. But even a doctor would tell you obesity is a disease.
Yeah,
It's something that
but
you can't control. That's why you gotta take these pills. Here, take these pills.
yeah, just
Everybody's
take the
trying to
easy
give
way
you
out.
a pill for everything. Everybody's trying to cut up in your body. Everybody's trying to do something to make money while you don't get any better.
That's right. It's only masking the problem, but it's not solving
Yeah.
and healing the problem. And that's what we're about. We about healing the problem, getting down to the root cause. Let's get into the cellular structure of your body and restructure that, and then see how you feel a month down the line, 2 months down the line, 3 months down
And
the line.
everybody that mess with us on this, like they tell us like 3 weeks down the line that they ready to, and we tell them like, hold on, puppy breaks. This is a lifestyle change.
That's right.
3 weeks ain't gonna do it. You just gotta keep on. You like you got don't get too confident too quick.
That's right. Take your
But
time with it.
you do have to you like with us, you can lose weight fast, but we're not just about losing weight fast. We're about teaching you the proper habits, eating habits, the proper
That's
lifestyle
right.
that you have to have in order to maintain your body, to not even just maintain your body, make your body better.
And make it stronger.
Like
Make
make it
it
stronger day
vibrant,
by day.
limber.
Like I'm into getting stronger. I'm not into getting weaker. I'm not into getting old. I'm into getting stronger, more vibrant. Because if I'm here longer, I'm doing more of the good things that I'm supposed to do. That means I have more time doing the good things that make my body
Yes.
even more better.
And having the
And
experiences that you want to have, and
mhm,
having the freedom to do them, and not be worried about like what happened in Puerto Rico when you
exactly.
when one
Like
wave in the water at the beach hits you and you out of whack.
I'm telling
Like
you,
those days are over.
I only have to spend that much money one time in my life, and it be lost due to my mobility.
Yep.
I only have to experience something like that once in my life,
Yep.
even though that ain't the catalyst that turned everything around. But that was something that was major in my life because like we worked so hard to be able
To do it.
to do that.
Yep.
And then I was not mobile like the second day.
Imagine having to explain that to your children. So we just saying like those things, though, they impact your experiences in life, your relationship with each other, and all of that. Because you could have had a wife to be like, well, you know what? It's your fault. You shouldn't be, blah blah. And now it's this back and forth thing because now she feel like you done ruined the trip and all. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like so many things. Is that it seems like it's just so many things that can get in the way of you really having the life that you want. And I'll be damned if it's going to be something like sugar. So it's like you can kick that, but that
And
monkey on
you
your
can
back will
change.
take away everything from you though.
And you can change. Like, don't let nobody tell you that age or anything, because the keys that we know, the things that we use to reduce and come back to our youth, it was so simple. And we retracted. We got more limber, more energy, more focus. We communicate better. Our love life is better. Everything is better. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that we just feel good. I can't express how important confidence and feeling good
Oh my God.
and the dynamics that have changed just due to that alone. Just feeling good and confidence. We're not even talking about the health. We're not even talking about the losing weight. I'm talking about just feeling good.
That's right.
I did not feel good. Like in most days I was depressed. In most days I had anxiety. And in most days I was having issues that insecurities and all of that type of stuff that just made me not feel good. But when I'm telling you, when we came off of sugar and when we changed our diet, when we did all of these things, like after so long, you just like I'll never eat that shit again.
Hmm.
I'll never eat none of that stuff again because the way that I feel right now outweighs any taste that
And
I've
I'm not
ever
gonna give that
tasted
up for
in my
nobody.
life. It outweighs any experience I've had with food. The way that I can move right now, the way that I can experience life, and my food is still good. I just changed my ingredients. You know what I'm saying? I changed my ingredients. I changed my portions, and I'm happy. I'm happy with what I eat and I'm happy with my life. And it's all due to that. Like
And
and
you
anybody can do this. Anybody can change just the way that they cook. The things that you can still eat the things that you like to eat. You just got to eat them a little bit different. You got to
take it
cook them a
step
little
by
bit
step.
different. And you can take it step by step. And there's no age restrictions. because I was 38 when I made this change. Well, 39. Like,
Well, no, realistically, like after you said like after the head injury.
was I 32?
No, no,
I mean,
you
not
was
32, like
40.
forty-two.
Yeah, you were like 42 when the head injury happened.
Yeah, so I was
So
42 when I began like
like when it got
when I got
in the
in
grit of it
grit
all.
of it all, you know what I'm saying? I was 42 years old. I'm only 44 now. How fast do you need a transition to happen? Cuz I feel like that was pretty fast. I feel like for me to learn how to be in the body that I was transitioning to was more important than me losing weight fast. But I still feel like 2 years to lose 230 pounds is pretty fast.
I think it's
But we did it, and we did it naturally, and we did it with food. I did not starve. I ate every day. You know what I'm saying? I never starved. I changed my portions. I got disciplined, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know what to eat. We know what foods, and we do have a superfood book that we produce where we tell people pretty much all the foods that we intake is in that book.
yep.
But
The ones that changed how we eat food, period. All of them. Our favorite ones are in that book, and we like stuff with flavor, and that's that. But they're in
yeah,
that book.
in this group we're gonna be cooking and everything. So while we're talking, we're gonna be cooking, doing all that. But we are gonna close out for the night, and hopefully you all can meet us on Friday at seven, right?
Mhm. Friday
Friday
at
at
7 p.m.
7.
Eastern Standard Time.
Bring whatever makes you comfortable to come chill out. I'm not gonna tell you bring no wine or nothing like that, cause that'll be going against the grain, cause I got nothing but sugar in it.
No, never ain't no dark liquor. We ain't talking about that.
Yeah, but
No clear liquor either.
yeah, we gonna start showing people exactly how we eat. So we gonna cook meals and stuff up in here and everything. But we just want y'all to stick with us. Make sure that you do go through your checklist. Make sure that you go through all your profile information and everything, just so like we can keep a space here of everybody being open and cool with everybody. We don't want any lurkers. We don't want anybody that's just gonna kind of like just come in
And
and I think
transparency in
say a
the space.
whole lot of things in the space. We're not talking about in the lives, but in the space. Make sure that y'all coming through, communicating to people at least once a week. Try to go in the newbies thing and say hi to some newbies or whatever.
Let them know
Uh,
that you
yeah,
care, that you're there. My God.
yeah, for real. It's a give and take thing. Like, for real, if you put yourself out there, you will get the response. Like we're ready to respond to people. We're ready to respond to people that have needs. Y'all can reach out to us
That's right.
in the DMs or anything at any time. We are here. Like we're like I know a lot of people here. A lot of people say that, oh yeah, we're gonna do this. But no, we've been growing families for 17 years.
That's
We've been
right.
growing platforms for 17 years. We understand family. We understand cohesiveness. We understand what it takes to make things work.
That's right.
And even when things don't start off good, you know what I'm saying? We know how to work through them, work through the problems and get everything right. So if y'all with us, y'all with us. Make sure y'all say hi to us. If y'all have any type of needs or concerns or anything, reach
Shoot
out
us
to
a
us.
DM.
Like, don't come here to be shy. Come here to like build some relationships, because you can actually build some long-term relationships on a real level with some people up in here if you come here to be in a space of open people. Like, this is the therapy that I wish we would have had during our transition.
Thank goodness we had each other.
We had each other,
But
and that's a lot, something that a lot of people don't have. But even us having each other, we still felt like it was us against the
it
world,
was,
because
but you ain't gotta feel that way.
when you become disciplined, when you start making these changes in your life, I guarantee, like clockwork, everywhere you go, where you're transitioning, at your job, at your house, everybody's going to be acting different towards you. This is something that's going to absolutely happen. If they were okay with you eating a certain way when you were killing yourself, basically, or making yourself even sicker, they're gonna feel a way when you change, because it's gonna change your behavior. It's gonna change how you treat yourself. It's gonna change how you respect yourself. Because for real, like, after you eat a certain way for so long, you look at other food like, I'll never put that bullshit in my body, never. But I know I've spent so many years putting that shit in my body. So to think how I think right now, and I know that so many people can do the same thing. And I didn't even know what I look like. Let's be honest. A lot of people don't even know what they look like. If you've been over 200 pounds for over the last 5 years, you don't know what you look like. You're gonna look like a total different person. We are the results of that. Like we look totally different a few years back. She transitioned before me, and she been transitioning for 17 years because every
I
time
mean,
she has
just because
a baby,
I kept
she
having
snatch it
babies,
back. She'll snatch it back. But me, on the other hand, this is my first transitioning into this world, and I'm gonna say this:
but it feels better here though.
it's better here. It's better. It's much better. Like all the pizzas and burgers and fries and all the shit, it's not as good as this.
Mhm.
This life is way better. I still eat good, but actually my food is just a little bit more fun and more entertaining. For me, it's more interesting because I'm not just cooking the normal things that Americans eat all the time.
It's the
Like
same thing every
I feel
time
like I'm
you
being
switch it
exotic
up.
all the time with my food, even with my drink. I'm kind of like a snob now. Like we make all of our drinks. Like you can't just put a drink in front of us. Like we need seltzer water, agave, and fruit and everything. Like
We have all
we
kind of stuff we're
bougie.
gonna show y'all
And
about bougie
to
eating.
to me, I feel like once you start eating like that, it's a certain type of class. It's almost like kingly eating.
It is.
It's a certain type of class that you start possessing. You're like, I don't eat that.
And the thing
Peasants.
is that it is
I
okay
don't
to
eat
get
peasant
there
food.
because you know how if you do eat that, what that's saying about you and how it makes you feel. So if you don't want to feel like a peasant out there, just
Yo,
like feeling,
bad food makes you feel bad.
it does. It makes you
Good
feel
food makes you feel good. Very simple math for me.
simple math.
Like, and the control that you have when you have the discipline, it's almost like a leash has been taken off your neck.
It's freedom.
Whenever you have in
Intimacy.
your mind, oh, I can't. When that leash is off your neck, you like, damn, what
Look,
else can I do?
and that's true. And
You
so
know what
you
I'm
start
saying?
exploring other areas of
Everything,
life that you can conquer.
and we like body people, like we like trying to see what our bodies can do, like headstands and flips and cartwheels and everything.
It's fun.
It's fun to be fully grown, but
Fully
still
grown
have
women
your
do.
youthful
I was gonna
your
say
youth. You know what I'm
do
saying? Like,
childlike things, like when we go outside and our kids are doing car wheels and flips and stuff like
if
that.
we can do it with them,
It
like
feels good for me not to be sitting off on the side like, oh, ahead, baby. Whoo, that baby sure can. It's like it feels good when they're like, hey, mom, you want to come do it with us? And I'm like,
he
yeah,
like shit.
it feels good, but it wasn't always that way. But the same thing that we have for ourselves when we say that, like, there's a freedom in being flexible, it's a freedom in not being addicted to things, it's a freedom in having control. The same things, like I told y'all, the same things I wanted for myself, I wanted for him. Now, the same things that we want for us is the same thing that we want for you. We want you to have that freedom, have that control, have the life that you've been thinking about all this time but haven't really said, okay, I'm gonna get disciplined enough to get it. I'm gonna trust myself enough to be able to get it. This whole system is about you establishing trust with yourself because when you begin to establish trust with your own self, because many of us don't even trust ourselves, that's why we don't complete anything. We started but we don't complete it, and it's because we don't trust ourselves. But when you begin to trust yourself,
And trust the process too.
and trust the process, when you begin to trust yourself and have faith for real in your own self, you begin to be like, oh, there's nothing that I can't do. It's nothing
Yeah,
and I'm not even going to
that's the
say
best
I
feeling.
can't because I know I trust myself that I can. So it's like a lot of stuff sound cliche, but the shit really be for real.
Yeah, like once you lose the amount of weight that we lost, you know what I'm saying, and you do it with discipline,
Hmm.
you literally feel like you can do anything with time, and that's the right idea to have, because like sometimes you can have that idea and say I can do anything real quick. I need it
Yeah,
quick. You know what I'm saying?
but
But like
sometimes you
like
gotta take your
when you have the
time with
idea
it.
in your head that, oh, I can make it work with my bare hands. Just give me a little time and I can make it work. You know what I'm saying? Like when
Not
you
looking
have
for the
that
quick
idea
fix.
about everything in life, no quick fix. But I can make it. All it's gonna take is for me to
Get
have a little bit
disciplined
of
over
discipline,
time.
take a little time. Like I'm gonna have to cut a few things out of my life in order to focus on this, and I'm gonna make it fun. I'm make it fun. I'm gonna
That's right.
enjoy taking over this shit, whatever I'm doing. Like
And
that's
knowing that you can do that,
knowing that
you
you
know
can
what I'm
do that
saying? Like not
because
doubting yourself.
in your 40s, 50s, 60s, you think different than your 30s. In your 30s, you still kind of playing a little bit. In your 40s, like I mean, and there's still people that play all the way to their seniorhood. Let's get that. But I'm saying people with sense. In your 40s, you like, all right, I wish I had the same energy I had 10 years ago,
Mm.
but I don't. But if I had the same energy I had 10 years ago and I had this brain, then I'll be much further in life. I see so many people think like that. Like if I had what I used to be, if I was that now with my smart brain now, I used to think like that. But now I have that youthfulness and I have my wisdom.
And that's what makes this part of life amazing. It makes it fun and it makes it great. Is because when you have your wisdom, so you know the right decisions to make, you know the right things to do, and you feel good and you look good. So you got confidence, wisdom, and you feel good.
Tell me
You
what
mean
I
to
can't
tell me
do at
what you
that point.
can't do at that point? Come
Tell
on
me
now.
what I can't do. Like when you work through it, and I'm telling you, like some of you all, it only takes like 2, 3 months for you to get
Where you want
where
to
you want to
be.
be. 2, 3 months of just like discipline. And once you do discipline for 21 days, like discipline is like way easier than what you think.
Yeah,
It's
because
just
it's
the fact that you
habitual.
got to do it. You know what I'm saying? You got to do it. You got to start somewhere. But but we want y'all to tap in with us on Friday. Come Friday. I know we said about like 5, 6 times, but that's how we are sometimes. We just chatterboxes. But we want y'all to know that we are here. Y'all can inbox us, talk to us at any time. And we gonna send out some peace, love, and blessings. We're gonna be chatting in this room every day,
Yes.
talking every day. We're gonna go live a lot. So we'll send out notifications to let y'all know when we go live. But we're gonna see y'all on Friday. Make sure y'all tap in. We're gonna go deeper into the sugar. I know we talked a lot today, but we're gonna go deeper into these facts and deeper into the information that you really want to know. You
That's
know what
right.
I'm saying? So if you really want to know certain things about things that you can change right now, that in a matter of a few days you're gonna notice a difference, then come to the class on Friday.
That's right. We'll see you on Friday.
Friday at 7. Peace,
Eastern Standard
love,
Time.
and shea butter.
Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Friday, Eastern Standard Time. See you there.